transported into the world of the strange and the supernatural. You might not feel the need to cleanse your laptops or mobile devices afterwards. But it might not be a bad idea.
Over the past months, Dead Air has brought you a series of live paranormal investigations featuring the RISEUP Paranormal Society. In doing so, we've given you an inside look at the group and its methods, as well as taking you into some of the most active locations in the country. First, you join the group and our in-studio hosts at the iconic Conjuring House in Harrisville, Rhode Island, where a host of approaches, with the invaluable assistance of its resident spirits, separated reality from mythology and opened doors to its history and those who inhabit the location or come in visitation. Next, we spent the holidays at the Payne House Museum in Coventry, Rhode Island, where we were entertained with stories of Christmases past and a look into the histories and behaviors of its occupants, and amazingly ourselves, as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the former stagecoach stop, inn, and tavern. For the first time, we took viewers into the Alley Theater in Middleborough, Mass., as we explored its various iterations through the years and connected with spirits eager to tell their own stories, with messages of hope and encouragement about what lies beyond. While there, we also encountered a more aggressive entity that is as unwelcome to those who remain as it was to us. Then we recently visited the Oliver House in Middleborough, Massachusetts, where a series of personal messages to the living from loved ones who had passed resulted in an emotionally charged investigation that also yielded some revealing secrets of the colonial-era home and its former residents and caretakers. Now, on a special Friday night edition of Dead Air, RISEUP will travel to Napanoch, New York, for a live investigation of one of the Northeast's most haunted locations, the Shanley Hotel.
What the
With a long history of tragedy involving owners, staff, and guests alike, RISEUP's first visit to this former bordello, social gathering spot, and mob hangout will no doubt uncover some of its most closely held secrets and why the building remains so paranormally active. Mark the date, Friday, June 16th, from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, the Shanley Hotel live investigation, only on Dead Air Full Spectrum on YouTube and the KGRA Digital Network, with a simulcast on RISEUP Paranormal and Dead Air Facebook pages.
The moment has arrived. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dead Air Live on the Dead Air Full Spectrum channel. We are simulcast with KGRADB.com and KGRA on Facebook. My name is George Lopez, and with me, Wait a minute. That's not Ken DaCosta. That's our dear friend, Erin Bush. And
Hello.
we are here for a live investigation at the Shanley Hotel tonight with an amazing group of investigators, and we're looking forward to the next 2 hours plus of some great paranormal investigating. So thank you guys for joining us there in the chat already. I see the numbers growing. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also the thumbs up for our content tonight. Definitely hit the thumbs up and the reminder bell for upcoming content. But Aaron, you and I are stuck down here in hot, humid Florida. but
Yes,
we get to live vicariously through our friends tonight.
completely agree. And I won't jump scare as easily from here as I would in this particular hotel. So,
Well, this is going to be a lot of fun, and we don't want to take up too much of your time. You're not here to see us. You're here to see this incredible haunted location. And to introduce us to this location, our good friend, our team member, my co-host, Mr. Ken DaCosta. And Mr. DaCosta, you have a very special guest with you at this time.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight in chat. We're here for a really great night. One of the things that is really fascinating about this for a lot of us, it's our first trip to this place. It's somewhere we've heard so much about through the years, and I want to introduce you to the woman who made all this possible. This is the owner of the Shanley Hotel to my right,
hi,
Kelly Hammerling.
how you doing?
And,
Hello.
thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming.
Um,
It's exciting.
Yeah, we really are. We really are. So we've got a lot planned for you tonight, using probably a couple more cameras than we typically do. And you know the drill. If you followed our live series, if you see something, say something. Let us know. So we're going to have a couple of stationary cameras for you, the viewer, and play along the game with us tonight. You know, this is all interactive. We're very happy to be here and very happy that you come along with us tonight. So, Kelly, let me ask you a little bit about this particular place. For those who maybe haven't really gotten into the history and the background, what can you tell us about the Shanley Hotel?
Well, the original structure was built in 1845 and it burned down in 1895. And was rebuilt within 6 months in 1895. So the structure in right now is at 1895.
Okay, so the very footprint we're on
Mhm.
burned to the ground
Yes,
and made a comeback.
made a comeback. Still trying to make a comeback. So the Shanleys then took it over in 1906. He came in and purchased the building. He was very renowned family from the New York City area. The Shanleys were very well-known restaurateurs, and everybody who was anybody went to the Shanley restaurants down in the city. Times Square, we have been told by Shanley, the descendants, that was almost called Shanley Square.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, and that was in 1907. And James came up and brought a lot of the notoriety with him to the Napanoch, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a little bit of a character. He was part of the Shanley clan, but he kind of delved into the side of the mafia, the Irish mafia.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought that with him too.
So this place had a couple of interesting iterations, particularly the Gentlemen's Club
Mm-hmm.
and the Bordello,
Yes.
which we're going to show you tonight too, what we understand to be very active locations here. So how did you get away with this back then?
I think a lot of there was a lot of bordellos in that time frame. You know, you're talking 1910s and 20s.
Mhm.
He actually had, secret rooms during Prohibition. Sal, the former owner of the place, found one of those almost by accident, almost
Mhm.
fell through it. A little hole.
Are we going to see secret rooms tonight?
That secret room is not accessible, unfortunately. It's not.
Bummer.
But I don't even go down it.
Well,
But he did get arrested in 1933.
okay.
Yeah, he did get arrested by federal agents during Prohibition for bootlegging.
Well, he fell in with a notorious bootlegger who aided and abetted this little scheme. it wasn't unusual to have speakeasies
Yeah.
and hidden rooms back then.
Yeah.
Anybody who thinks that it was hasn't been following history.
Yeah.
Because you weren't going to stop people from drinking. And that's it.
That is it.
But he was aided and abetted, and they managed to pull that off, at least for a time.
Yes, they did. Yep. Yeah, until almost prohibition was almost over when he finally did get caught. And I don't know, being the Irish mafia, how much underhanded stuff, with the law and everything else. Who knows? Who knows how many payoffs there was?
Right.
Who knows?
Exactly.
And it also helps probably to know the Roosevelts, because they were very good friends with the Roosevelts.
I would think that his wife and Eleanor being good friends,
Yes,
maybe
maybe.
had something to do with it not being a death blow to them.
Exactly.
It's just kind of like a little slap on the wrist.
Exactly.
So the place has a long history of its hauntings, and my first time here, but I've had years and years of reading about it, friends of ours that have come through and told their own stories. What would you like to see from us tonight, and what do you think we're going to expect?
Oh, I'm hoping that the spirits come out and talk. I can't make them come out and talk. It's good, your good energy. Hopefully they're gonna get excited what you guys are doing here
They have to.
tonight.
We don't have a show if they
Right.
if you're listening, work with us tonight. No, we do. And for those who watching at home, our crew tonight, Julie DeMay, our videographer, is here. Bill Forte, who's normally on the other side of the camera, made the 1 hour trip. He's standing over here behind the camera. He's actually live on the set with us. Cody Desbians, Tori Hawes from Ghost Hunters are here tonight, as they typically are when we do these live things. Steve Mills from RISEUP and the TAPS home team also here. So, and Mrs. DeCosta's here. I was told that I couldn't come unless I brought her, so I'm kidding. But only having 6 people here tonight, and it's a significant size building. So I think that's going to work to our advantage tonight. So I know we can't wait to get started. And Kelly, thank you again so much for this
Oh
opportunity.
my gosh, thank you for the
Yes.
opportunity to host you guys.
All right. Going
Thank
back
you.
to you folks.
All right, Ken. And I expect at this point in time, you guys are going to get ready to go to your locations to investigate. Did you want to do a walkthrough at all for the audience prior to that, or just get to the locations?
What is George saying?
Can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. There's Steve in the background with the echo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we got to
Just
watch
turn it
that
down,
echo
Steve.
step away. Yeah.
Okay.
The question I had for you guys is once we get ready to go and hit these different locations, and we've got multiple screens already available, are we looking to do a little bit of a tour of the building also, or just look at and focus on those locations?
We do a tour of the building or?
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll break here and give you a look around while we continue to set up and give everybody who's watching some kind of an idea of the scope of the building and where we're going to set up. Maybe a couple of the stories. We want to don't get too far out over our skis in those terms, but when we come back, we'll be in touch with you in studio and we'll do a bit of a walkthrough.
All right. Julie, I'm leaving this for you. You and Steve both. Below, I can see your pictures, but they're not coming up on the main screen, and I don't know the reason behind
Steve, what
that.
is he
so-
saying?
Keep running out again, push me out again.
All right. Ken, we'll leave it go, and we'll be back to you in just a little bit. All right. Seems to be we're having a little bit of technical difficulties there, but that'll tend to happen. Unfortunately, that's what you do when we're live. But and you see that one camera still up there rolling. That's a fixed camera. That actually happens to be Bill Forte's camera, a very expensive camera, and he found the creepiest place to set it up. So
You did.
I love that hallway right there. Some of the people
I
in the
do
chat
too.
already are talking about their feeling of anxiety, a little anxiousness going on.
Mhm.
So we're gonna definitely hit a lot of these spots as they come up. I want to make sure how they're doing here. Okay, we got a little bit there too as well. Um, what do you know about the Shanley, Aaron? I know that again, this is all new to you, but finding these locations have to be exciting for you.
I love getting to do these because I try to go into these as blind as I can. I mean, even if I do like the promo videos or the thumbnails, I try to like not look at the history as much as I can because it's sensitive. I want to try and get a feel without knowing anything about it. So at this point, I've been able to kind of stay relatively away from any of that. Other than the history they talked about here, I've been able to avoid it. But I definitely agree with the, like I've had a feeling kind of in the pit of my stomach, anxiety wise. But yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot going on at this location. I mean, I've had friends investigate it, have done some pretty amazing things. So I'm just really excited to see, with the way RISEUP investigates, you've obviously got great tech there. You've got a group that's worked together for a really long time, and they always bring a good vibe to the place. So it'll be really interesting to see what they're able to pick up while they're there.
I would like nothing more than for those of you in the chat who've been longtime paranormal enthusiasts to correct me or agree with me, but I'm almost positive early on in the Ghost Hunters show, uh, when Jason was there at the Shanley, they were communicating with someone called Princess or the Princess, and
Mm-hmm.
they were getting some sort of dialogue that really kind of constituted the other side of the veil. That she was saying, "I can hear you, but I can't see you," or something to that effect. So, correct me if
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrong. If this is not the location, Aaron, does it sound familiar to you?
I'd have to go back and look and see to confirm. But that wouldn't surprise me in the least. I mean, those kinds of EVPs tend to stick in your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is what it is that I'm talking about. This location, I'd have to
Mm-hmm.
go back. Now that it's all on Max, I can certainly go back and confirm that. But now again,
Yes.
100%. This is an enormous location. It is a small crew investigating tonight. Again, Steve, Julie, Ken, and Dawn, Cody, and Satori. Uh, this is going to be a daunting task, not to mention the
Yeah.
fact that there are some blind spots in the Wi Fi, and hopefully we do not have to worry about that. Let me pull up Ken here. He's wanted to show us something, so I'm pull his audio up. Ken, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, man.
All right. Why is there a hand in the middle of the table?
High five.
Five.
I am standing right now in the seance room, and one would imagine this is the table that is used for folks who are predisposed to come in and use this particular method. Not sure why the doll is over there, but just to add to the general ambiance of the place. So that room is off a much larger and obviously more well-lighted room here. So we're going to spend some time in here. This is the camera that everyone is watching, Julie's laptop with the night shot. And this is what you're going to be watching here. We are going to double check with Kelly and Tracy to find out if perhaps that camera needs to be pointed exclusively toward the table itself. I have to assume so. So we're going to move you here a little bit. We'll try to do this as quickly as we can. Everyone's still setting up upstairs. This is the lobby. This is the room we just did our interview in. And we'll take you through this kitchen area. We see Cody. How you doing? It might get a little
This is
dark here,
RISEUP.
but
Yeah.
bear with me. Bear with me here as we climb these stairs. some of the detail. This is plaster
Beautiful.
right ahead
Really?
here. Yeah, that is
Wow.
that is plaster, and
That's
it's awesome.
incredible.
So going up to the second level here, we've got a bit of a, well, sort of lounge type room here, and these rooms over here. Let me see if I can shed some light on the situation. There's not a lot up here in terms of light. So no worries. We're going to be using some artificial light here for all of you. And so you'll be able to see this. But on the second level, these are all the guest rooms. I know you can't see much up here, but we're working on it.
Ken, it seems to be a lot of the property, especially the flooring, is woodwork. It gives
Yeah.
me almost a cabin vibe to it.
Yeah,
It
I
does
think
have cabin
that with the methods that we're going to be using tonight, it will work in our favor. I'm sure having a wooden floor.
Mhm.
When the Cody Story begin their methods, but this is the general ambiance of the entire place. It's very rustic, very dark, candles lit. We're going to be illuminating these rooms for you to see. Hi, guys.
Oh, God. Why do they always got to be on camera?
And so right now, what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to check in with the rest of the group. Season's ready to go. And then we will have an arm wrestling match here to see who goes first.
All right. Remember, the signal is making in order for me to know who wants to get on camera, just a hand wave. Put a hand wave in front like this or something to let me know who we should go to on camera.
Yes,
Sound
like
good?
we've done that for the other 5 times.
That's good. Because
Password
everybody's
is
on
sword
mute.
grip.
There we go.
I will turn
Okay.
them on you. I will turn them on you today.
Why do they got to be on camera? What's it? Yeah.
Why
But
not?
if you
All
ask
right,
the team what everybody's signal is, it's different for everyone. So
right. All right. Well, we're going to drop out right now and check with the team, make sure we're set up.
Yep.
And we'll be back with a hand wave or some type of finger gesture. I'm not sure yet.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ken. All right, guys. Again, we are setting up for a live investigation at the Shanley Hotel. And I don't even have a guess what the weather is unless there's somebody that's in that immediate area in the chat that knows that surrounding area and what kind of weather conditions that you're dealing with right now. I still get a kick out of Bill's camera. Look at that. It's just like
I know
some kind of
it's the
it's like an
creepiest
Andy
hallway of all time.
Warhol painting. Yeah. But it's well lit. It works well. So that'll be it's something out of Willy Wonka or something. I have no idea.
I know.
Certainly a Tim Burton movie.
For a Wes
cracks
Anderson
me up.
film.
Hello to everybody in the chat again. Ron, how are you doing tonight? Joseph, thank you for joining us. Sandy and Brody, you guys all are really awesome. I appreciate you guys coming and joining us tonight. Any expectations tonight, Aaron?
I've kind of learned, I think, with this crew not to have any, because every time I think I've sort of got a grip on what this group does together, they continue to blow my mind. So I'm going to go with no, but for myself. But what about for you?
Well, we can pretty much expect that we're going to get some answers with Cody and Satori. I think that's going to be important. I think what's also important is to see whether or not there is shadow play, or the most notorious part of this investigation or this location is the disembodied voices. So again, I don't know how many of you guys that are in the chat are savvy enough to decide I'm going to put headphones on before I watch this. It might give you a better idea. If we find a way of being able to click that audio right at the perfect time. Somebody's inside one of those rooms. Again, we cannot have all the audio at the same time. You heard somewhat of how the acoustics carry in this building. So it's very important for us to make sure that everybody's isolated when they're doing their work, making sure that we're not crossing the stream, so to speak. And you heard a little bit about a little bit of that during the interview. So it's not always perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Oh hell, if you ever watch TV and you watch any news channel, they're always crossing over. So same kind of things happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Well, I
anything
think
right now, guys, I think it's going to be a really good night.
I do too. And I think too, it's, letting people see this is such a complicated thing to set up from location to location, because you're fighting, in some locations, lack of power or lack of Wi-Fi, or, wood floors, wood walls. So there's so much that goes into getting one of these set up to be able to live stream to the public, especially with a smaller crew. I mean, you've only got 6 people there trying to get all this squared up, but it also really gives you a good idea of what all this entails, because it's not a small undertaking to put one of these together.
No, by no means. And again, it's not like an entire film crew lined up and they've got the power generator out by the van where it's pumping all the information in. This is all handheld, cell phones,
Right.
personal cameras. And, again, kudos compared to 10 years ago, we're trying to do something like this would have been virtually impossible.
Yeah.
We're happy with where that goes, but we have to make sure that from our base, and we've also got from KGRA Chanel that's helping us with the comments, helping us with the technical side of this, that we can try to do it as seamlessly as possible for you guys tonight. This is another room that I get vibes from. I don't know if anybody else too, but I get a lot of vibes from this room.
Flippy stomach for me.
Or really, yeah, the doorway, I would say, more than anything else. And then as far as the night shot is concerned, this is one that I'll just watch constantly to see some sort of something move, and if it's the doll, I think Joseph Freza in the chat will lose his mind at that point in time.
Well, I'd be curious to know too, when we were on with Jacqueline last week, she made an interesting point that the spirits at the Conjuring House prepare for each and every visitor that walks through that door. So I'm curious, if that's something that happens at all these kinds of locations. Do they all sort of kind of make a game plan and get together, kind of like the teams do in the house to investigate? Is that like the same thing happening over there as well? You know what I mean?
Well, I think, again, for those who watch our show on a regular basis, for those who've watched our other investigations, they give a lot of praise to RISEUP and the way that they conduct their investigations. And I think, again, that is critically important. And the reason why they have such amazing results, it's just the way that they conduct themselves. It's respectful. It's, an honor for them to be there. They express it as such. And so the spirits reciprocate versus somebody coming in and provoking, and I think that may have a different perspective, Aaron, to what we were by social media means, what we were programmed, which is, if you provoke, then the demons will attack. And it's like, no, I have a feeling when you provoked, people attack. These spirits are just not happy with that. So if anything else right now, I'm looking forward to the people that are in the chat viewing this and the way that RISEUP Paranormal conducts their investigations. It's a learning tool. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. And I think that's, for somebody like me who does not investigate, I've learned so much, whether it's watching how they do things, between the tech and the different methods that they're using, how they tie all those together. But then for somebody like myself who's new to the field, it gives me a chance to kind of test out some of my spidey senses as well and learn from everyone. And that's how I kind of try to look at all these opportunities. It's just an experience and an opportunity to learn more, because I'm so green in this stuff that I look forward to every opportunity I can to learn. And then what better, group of people to learn from than RISEUP, because they have done this for so long and they have very specific methods and their way of, like you said, with, respectfully communicating, what their point is, what they're doing there, how they're doing things. So I think we all have the opportunity to learn from a group like Rise Up and at a location like the Shanley in how to, it's basically like a masterclass in how to make contact, get good results from a respectful position. And I think that's really, really important at a place like this, or any of them really.
And for those of you that are watching, if you have multiple platforms that you run yourself, whether it's just Facebook or Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, this is a neat tutorial also for the gifts of Cody and Satori, because when they are on Ghost Hunters, they whittle down, because of time restraints, the editing, and you're basically only seeing bites of what it is that they do, and it is
Right.
it's voluminous, the amount of work going through the alphabet, getting these responses back. It's astounding to watch real time
Yes.
as they are making this communication. So I say to you guys, again, appreciate what it is that these kids can do. Well, they're not kids; they're both adults, but you know what I'm saying. That the opportunity of having that right there, real time, is a bonus and a half. Something that I don't think you can get anywhere else.
No, and I hope that I think it would be great at some point to have a camera directed at the people who have not experienced what their method is in person. Like if you could just have a reactionary camera, like when you and I were at the St. Augustine jail, the tour guide did everything but drop her walkie-talkie. Like she wasn't expecting that, didn't know what was coming. And she was like, what the heck is going on? Because it's just so overwhelming to witness in person. And a lot of times, and I think the jail was a good example, you can't tell where it's coming from necessarily because it's not always the floor. Sometimes you're in with them and it sounds like it's coming from everywhere all at once. But it is just a phenomenal, mind-blowing method, and it never gets old, ever.
No. And our gift tonight is that our producer, Bill Forte, is going to be experiencing that for the first time. So we'll be able to hopefully have him at one point in time, either in the shot or off camera going, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to lose it. But it's understandable. I mean, you've seen it. I mean, it was brief, but it is absolutely mind-blowing. But again, that's that perspective of we're here to help spirit. How can we help you? It's just a totally different mindset. And they're so far beyond, getting names and dates. And that stuff is obviously still important. But, and I say this often, and I think you would agree with me, George, this is at this point living history.
Well, at this point, we have exactly the situation that we're hoping for. Now, Ken, I would like to ask one thing for the audience and for ourselves. If it is at all possible that somewhere in the background we could sit Bill Forte to experience his reaction first time seeing Cody and Satori conduct and do this procedure.
Yeah, Bill right now is setting up upstairs.
Yeah.
If he's available, that's fine. But
Yeah,
we'd
love him in the camera shot, to say the least. And
what you do up, or is everybody just? Yeah, everybody knows what they do. No.
Well, yeah.
Dead people. There you go.
Cut to the chase.
This location is different than any other live we've done with Rise Up because Satori and I have tried to not learn any history about the place. This is, of course, our first time here. We wanted to come for a while because we've been hearing all these great things about this place. And now we're finally here. And we stayed away while Kelly and Ken were talking about the history of the place. And we try our best not to look anything up. So whatever happens tonight, happens tonight.
Very nice. And
Bill is here, all right, Bill just entered the room, so
there he is. Here we go.
and
so we're gonna what we're going to do right now is similar to if we were using psychics. We will go into a place, let them do their thing, give us some information. So what we're going to do right off the bat is they're going to try to establish who might be here, and we can address them properly, cut to the chase about is this a man or is this a woman. Whoever's here will have an opportunity to address that person personally, and then go into an EVP session and see if it's possible to document that individual's voice. So we'll start with this to get a baseline of whom exactly we might be running into tonight.
All right.
So-
Have we decided now, Ken, are we calling this a tap method?
Not unless we want to get sued by Pilgrim Films.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind then.
Touche. Good point.
Only the tax method. No.
Tax method?
The tax method? I don't know. What's your legal system?
I think my dad's gonna be like, that's fine.
If Jason Hodge pops into chat like he's prone to do tonight, he would never do. All right, in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys.
All right, so can I do spiel now? So if there's anybody in this building, I'm Satori,
I'm Cody.
and we're gonna do something a little strange. We're going to hold hands, and you should see a light, that's what we know, and hear us. And if you do that, come forward, nothing will happen to you, you won't be hurt, we'll just be able to hear you, okay? So wherever you are, so if you see that, wherever you are, I need you to come downstairs. Coming downstairs. We're standing right here, the two weirdos holding hands. All right. So if you're here, I can hear you very well. I need you to stomp your feet or hit something maybe 4 times to let me know you understand me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you this evening. Excitement. I know. So I'm going to ask you to stop for a sec. How many people that are spirits that are passed on are in this room right now, including whoever is talking? Okay, can you let me know that? Knock out how many? Two. Okay, thank you so much. All right, I need the loudest person to be the one to talk, okay? On behalf of both. I need 1 for yes and 2 for no. Are you with this building originally? Part of the building's history? Okay, so this person over here. So I'm going to ask, are you a male? Okay, so I'm going to go through the alphabet. When I get to the first letter of your name, could you knock? And then I'll restart. When I get to the second letter, you knock, and I'll keep restarting until we spell out your name. Is that okay? You'll get the hang of it. Is that okay? Okay. Ready? A, B, C, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, A, C, A, C, can. Is this a sentence? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and U. Okay, next word. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Here. Can we hear you? Yes, we can, I promise. See, that's how it works, okay? So can I spell out your first name?
We can hear the noises you're making. We can't hear your voice.
Maybe if you scream really loud. But that noise you're making, that just help me spell that out, that's how we hear
This is
you.
the easiest way.
Okay, can I get your first name? A. I think that's more than a first name. All right. A, first word, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, A,
James.
A, B, more. So James, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, W, A, B, C, D, E. Welcome. You're welcoming us here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. 2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. The A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, C, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N.
Colonel?
Colonial.
Colonel?
Colonial.
Colonial. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, N. In. No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, house. A, B, C, D, E, hotel. So the Colonial Hotel is what you know it as. Okay. So this is James. Welcome to the Colonial Hotel. So thank you so much for welcoming us.
Just, side note, that checks out. That was indeed the,
One of the hotel names.
one of the iterations of this hotel was deployed.
Is that normal? They get over excited like that?
Yes. Okay, hold on. Who else is here? James, can you tell me who else is in the room? A. He's very sophisticated. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Nothing. A, B, no. Here. Like in the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R.
Sure.
You're not sure who that is?
You know, are they in this room?
Mm-hmm.
Could you ask them their name?
Okay. He just ran away.
For real?
Probably
So-
somebody who came along with the investigators.
All right. Hello.
You got their name, James? Okay, ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. A, B, C, D, E, Jared. Is there a last name to Jared? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. H, A, M, M. A, B, C, D, E, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. More? A, B, C, D.
Emily?
Mm-hmm. Is that somebody for you?
Yes.
Your son? Excitement, I know. Is there anything that they would like to say? Would you like us to do this after? Or do you want to do it now or later?
It doesn't matter. Whatever's good for you guys.
Is there a message? Okay, how many words?
Right on the-
Go fast. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, watching. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, K. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, C, D, kids. Okay. More. A, B, C, C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, C, O. A, B, C, D, Cody. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, Q, R, R. Before that. L, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. A, B, C, D, E, F, F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, F, A, Y.
Faith?
It's the spelling out the children's name.
A,
All the children's name?
Yeah.
All right, so they know, it's all.
okay, so it makes sense. All right, so we get, there's
Okay.
one more, there's one more. So you know, they know.
Absolutely.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, well. You wanted to say you love them all? Okay. All right, is that your message? Okay,
And you ask, can I ask, is he okay?
do you hear that? Yeah,
You give one big knock if you're okay, as loud as you can, or whatever noise that you're making.
good job, that's awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. For watching.
No.
Can we relax on James?
James is still here, I think.
Thank you, James.
James, is that it? Ready? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Shanley.
Oh.
James, you are here with us tonight? Well, sir, thank you so much.
You trying to say something? Okay. How many words? You want me to just go? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. We're on the same wavelength.
M,
A, B, C, D, E,
E,
A, B, C, D, E, F, F. A, B, C, D, E, E. So what is it?
M, E.
E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T.
Meet you.
Meet you?
The word meet?
Yes.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Me. A, B, C, D, mine. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, wife. A, B, B. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, B, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T.
Beatrice.
Mm-hmm. She's here?
Beatrice, if you're here, it is such a pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It is wonderful to be in this location that you meant so much for. Guys, before you take a break, can I ask a quick question? All right, this question is for James or Beatrice. There are a lot of people who have come here similar to what we're doing tonight. We don't consider ourselves to be anyone special, but I know that they've asked you to speak and to do things. We just want you to know that we come here with the utmost respect for you, with nothing but good intentions. So at the feet of these two young people is a device called a recorder. Are you aware of what that is?
No.
Okay, so a lot of people bring this in here. If you are capable of using your voice or making an attempt to try, by using that device on the floor, we are able to not only hear your actual voice. I think he knows what it is.
He's like, oh, wait, okay.
So you're following me now, Jane. You've seen one of those before, right?
Yes.
I'll bet you have hundreds of times. So I'm just going to ask, with all due respect and as kindly as I can, if it's possible that you can speak and we can record your voice, could you please try to do so for us right now? Whatever the message is.
Just screen it, okay? Ready? You want us to knock that out? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, Q, R, L, M, N, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, move. Move it?
Where?
Where would you like us to move it so you can better do that? In this room?
Can she point? Can she point around the room?
You knock when you get to it, okay? That table over there? Yeah?
As they're moving in there, guys, we have to go to our top of the hour break. So after we're done with the break, we'll come back and continue this at the Shanley Hotel live with Rise Up Paranormal. You guys stay with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Replenish those beverages. We'll see you in a second.
Hey members, the new KGRA DB app is now available on iOS and Android devices. Gain on-demand access to any KGRA DB programming. Download any show directly to your mobile device to listen or watch on the go. Go to the App Store and search KGRA DB.
As UFO reports come in from around the world, the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, is there. We continue to explore new cases and build our massive database. We share our information with the world in a number of ways. If you would like to be part of our investigative team, you are always welcome. What could be more exciting than exploring the UFO question firsthand? Join MUFON, find your friends.
Did you know 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated? If you struggle with focus, run low on energy, or when it's time to finally sleep, you simply can't, this can all be linked to dehydration, and Fuel Up has the answer. Our proprietary formula contains the finest cellular hydration with the strongest immune-enhancing natural ingredients. The Fuel Up system is made up of 3 different incredibly tasting varieties. Wake kickstarts your day with a jolt of caffeine.
You're listening to the KGRA Digital Broadcasting Network. We provide unparalleled coverage of trending news in the world of ufology, cryptozoology, and paranormal phenomenon. Whether you're watching our video live stream or listening to one of our audio programs, you are getting the best from world-renowned researchers and hosts, guiding you through topics the mainstream won't touch. Miss one of your favorite programs? No problem. Head over to the members area at kgradb.com for access to our massive library of award-winning content. Make contact, stay connected, only at kgradb.com.
Ron, I would have to agree with you. That first hour went by way fast. Good evening, everybody, again. Welcome back to the second hour of our live investigation at the Shanley Hotel, and on a very special night tonight, which means, as a reminder, we will not be doing a show on Sunday. Probably Ken and Dawn and the whole crew will be recuperating. So, we'll have one the following Sunday after that. But Aaron, so far, pretty amazing stuff. Looking forward to seeing how the reaction is from Bill when we get a chance to talk to him also. But absolutely incredible so far. So
Yep, every single time. Every single time. It never ceases to amaze. I say it the same way every time. And then for it to be not only a spirit that's tied to that house specifically, but then also to have, is it Miss Kathy? Have a family member come through for her. And that never.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly.
Seems to not, Miss Kelly. Yeah, that never seems to not happen. It's amazing to me.
Hold on. Bill, where you going, Bill?
I have to say, being here and experiencing it, first of all, I'm almost crying for what just happened with her. And you can hear the sounds, like right underneath them, but also in the entire room. You could hear the shuffling. It's an incredible thing to see it in person. I just can't believe it, because when that just happened, I was almost crying from the emotion. For me to hear that, because it was spelling out names, and like I said, I've seen this when they do it in their live investigations, but to be here with all of them and see it for myself and hear it for myself. And we're the only ones here. So people that speculate, oh, it's annoying somebody. No, you have to be here to experience it. That's all I can tell you. And I don't know if you caught that right before the break, but the dial went off. Did it? Yes, remember when Satori started pointing toward the table? Well, I don't know if it was Cody. I think it was Cody that started toward the table to put the recorder on there, or maybe Ken. And then that went off before we even got there. That dial went off. So it's going to be an interesting night to say the least, because we've just started.
Exactly.
You know, I can't, Erin, you've experienced this, you know
I do.
what it's like. Now that
I
I've
do.
experienced it, I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it, being here and seeing it for myself and hearing it for myself and hearing the information that they're getting from the spirit or spirits. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
It
it
is.
touches your heart. It's profound. Like I said, I was
It
almost
is.
crying over there. I was, you know, like shaking almost because it was so much. It was very emotional. So I think they're
Yeah.
going, I think they're going over some of the audio that could have happened in that area. And
Yeah, we're going over it.
did you hear anything?
We're hearing some things, so we're listening back, so.
1906, September, James Shanley purchases the Colonial Hotel.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow.
That's
That's
amazing.
incredible. That is
It
really,
is
really
amazing.
something.
Just like I said, to hear it and to experience it in person, it's profound. It is life changing.
It
I
is.
have to say, this is life changing. It's like, it's that
It is.
kind of moment. I don't know what to say anymore because that's the way I feel. But we're, like I said, we're all gonna be here like all night, thanks to them here. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what else happens here because there seems to be a lot of activity. When I first got here and you brought me upstairs.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of where to set up equipment. And all of a sudden, my hair stood up because I heard she was showing me Annie, what was it, Rose?
Anna's room, when I was at Frankie's walking.
Right, and then there was a noise, like a noise that came out of the room next to me, and that was when I first got here. I was like, oh boy. And I've suffered a lot of technical camera. It is so true. Audio all upstairs. My camera looked like a FLIR camera. My camera never looks like that. I was having all kinds of issues with the stuff upstairs, so I don't know if the camera's still working upstairs. It is?
Yes, it is.
But that's the hallway. What was the hallway about that you showed me to put the camera in that hallway?
I don't know if I should say anything with Gloria.
Oh, yeah, let's not. Let's leave it. But that camera's there for a reason, my camera. So I'm gonna let the focus and attention of what's going on here with them. I think they're planning what their next, thing, but that was incredible with the doll.
I'm just gonna put that with the ball.
All right, I'm gonna get out of there.
Also, want to notify everyone that there is a distinct possibility that we will be going longer than we normally do for our 2-hour show. In other words, we'll be on past 10 o'clock Eastern time, more than likely, if we're still getting this kind of activity. Ken, anything to add at this point?
Hey, George. So what happened here is we do seem to have two really good chances of a response. There are actually two of them. We're going to have to isolate the clip. We're going to have to clean up a little bit of the dust, so to speak, on it. And so we'll filter those out. But I'm pretty confident that there was a response to that. So because of that, we want to do a short EVP session and give Mr. Shanley maybe an opportunity to expound on that a little bit in terms of being able to speak to us. So, Mr. Shanley, if you're still here, and I know you can hear us, we'd like to continue on with that because I want to let you know that we believe that we did hear your voice. If it's possible to record it here, I promise you, we'll be able to hear it. So I wanted to give you an opportunity if you want to, and I'm going to invite your lovely wife, Beatrice, to join us as well. I'm going to put my recorder down here, and maybe one at a time, we can ask you some questions about the building or something that maybe the new owner, if she had an opportunity to sit down in front of you and have a conversation with you, this might be a perfect opportunity. I'm just going to go ahead, not on the last. I'm just going to put this right here, if you don't mind. So, Mr. Shanley, using your voice, if you're capable of doing that, and more importantly, if you're willing to do it. I'm not here to ask you to perform for us. I'm not asking you to play parlor games with us, and I just want to have a conversation man to man. If you can hear my voice, is it possible for you to just come as close to me as you feel comfortable and responding to me vocally? I understand I'm a little bit of a disadvantage. We all are. This is an amazing thing that Cody and Satori can do. So we want to just explore the limits of what we're capable of doing where you are. And if it's possible for you to use your voice and respond. So I'll give you as much time as you need. My name is Ken, by the way, very rude. Didn't introduce myself. From the state of Rhode Island, actually. It's very nice to meet you. Can you tell me the year that the Colonial Hotel opened? Do you have children, Mr. Shanley? Are your children with you now? Are your children safe? Without the assistance of Cody and Satori, is it possible for you to still make that noise on the floor, that tapping sound? Could you make it one time for me? Is this much more difficult?
Tag that.
Twice. You can't hear any. I'm amplified.
Yes.
You know, so. Mr. Shanley, just one more time, please, and we'll move on from this. If it's possible for you to make that tapping sound without the assistance of Cody and Satori, can you just do it for us one time, please? Is there anywhere else we can go tonight to talk to someone else who might be in the building? All right. Well, we're going to be here for what? So maybe we'll be able to connect in some way a little later then.
That's hard enough.
Well, Shannon, thank you for sharing your space with us. This is phenomenal to be able to actually talk to the owner. All right, so, we'll try to reconnect with you later. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I wanted, like, part of me was saying there, like, I wish I could hold the same with your again, like, but I know the document will get delayed now, so I'll just stay away.
I'm still not totally unconvinced that the knocking to them is speaking, because we've done this before.
Yes.
Where can you speak to us? And then
How many more cameras are active in the house right now?
We have one in the middle of the room, one in the back corner,
Just
and,
a
a couple.
Are they all public?
All right.
Yeah.
While they're talking to each other, we're going to go ahead and go on mute once again, go full screen here. And Aaron, you were sending me a message in the private chat, some things that you were experiencing.
It stopped now, but it almost, I have, I guess, what they call clairsomatic. So, like, if something has happened in a location, like stabbing, shooting, choking, I will get that. So it almost felt like a gunshot right between my eyes.
Yeah.
It only lasted about 30 seconds, but it stopped now.
And I know some people were getting certain sensations they were posting in the chat. And as we go to each of the rooms, this is the one that affects me the most, particularly the hallway affects me the most. And I want to know if, as I'm showing these different camera angles, if you guys in the chat are getting a sense of anything also, whether it is an emotional or a physical sense of each of these shots. I would love to hear from you guys. Here we go. You know, post
What are
it
you
in the
feeling in
chat
that
for us.
hallway?
Chanel will put those up for you. But this hallway here, it's unique looking, but to me, it's peaceful. I don't get anything from this one whatsoever. Nothing yet.
No.
Very at the end of the hall there, the room at the very end, very businesslike. Like, you know, you don't go in that room as a child running around. You don't go in that room to celebrate, drink, anything like that. It's a very business-like room. And I'll ask Ken if he can describe what room that is at the end of the hall, or perhaps Kelly, the proprietor, could give us some information on that. How about yourself? Anything?
I don't get anything that hallway that we're focused on there. The room that you're talking about with that angle, I'm assuming that's probably the same hallway, but I keep waiting for something to peek around the corner from that other room.
Yeah,
like
believe
wait
me,
for something to stick its head out.
off camera, I've been watching diligently to see whether or not there's a little peak of something coming out from around that corner. That would be a fantastic catch.
Does that feel like children to you at all, energetically?
I don't know. I honestly don't know whether or not for me that is a childlike feeling there. But it's I feel stress.
Yeah.
From that area, I do feel stress. I don't know what that's in reference to. Let's go back to audio. Ken's camera. Can we pan around to Ken for a second? And I want to ask Ken, or if Kelly's there, but
Ken,
we have a question real quick for you. Oh, thank you, Steve.
Sure.
Steve Mills behind the camera. And you can ask Kelly too. But the end of the hall, the camera that is Bill's, that looks very neon-like. What is that room at the end of that hall? If you go straight ahead, you walk into a room. What is that room?
Yeah, that hallway, there is that is, the camera's placed on the third floor landing. It's pointed down the hallway because to the left and the right, and at the end in the corners, there are a series of rooms that, according to Kelly and Tracy here, are extremely active. There is one in particular that Cody and Satori are going to be in now while we place motion sensors and static meters in that hallway to see if anybody possibly comes toward the sound of our voice. So we're going to be doing a couple of things up there. One on Bill's camera that will be more visual, and then Cody and Satori getting a little bit more information in another room up there to see who else might want to talk to us.
And the room at the very end of that hallway, is that an office? Is that a bedroom? What is that room?
That would, I couldn't tell you what it was. Possibly a guest room. I don't think it's, it's hard to figure out. They put as many people as possible inside. I would say at the very end of the hall, yes, that is a former guest room. It's not a very big room. So either a guest room or being at the end of the hall, maybe storage, one or the other.
I see. All right. Very, very good. What do we got coming up now?
Yeah, we're heading up to that third floor. We're going to do an experiment in the hallway, and Cody and Story are going to be in one of the corner rooms. Just trying to reach out to whoever else might want to send a message to us tonight.
Very nice. All right, we'll let you to it, and we'll get back with you guys once I get the hand wave.
Very good. See you in a couple.
All right. All right. So yeah, so just a storage room perhaps, or a room, but we'll find out once they get back up there on that next floor with Cody and Satori, so we can expect more of the tapping method. And
Yep.
Aaron, I don't know how you can explain it. Bill was trying to also. My first experience was when you and Cody and Satori were in St. Augustine, and we went to the old jail to have them actually conduct this on concrete floors in death row, and then in the sheriff's quarters on the second floor. Both were noticeable, but try to give a description to the audience that experience.
That actually made my brain hurt more than usual watching them, because those of us who have been in that St. Augustine jail, the walls are super thick, whether it's coquina or concrete, it's solid, right? So we walked in that room, and it's, if you try to bang your hand on concrete, you don't get much sound, but it was loud. Like somebody was, boom, boom, boom. It was a much louder sound than I'm used to in hearing them do what they do. So it caught me off guard, which realistically doesn't take much, but it was such a loud sound. I've seen them do this several times now, and obviously with all the live investigations, but I've never heard it that loud in a room where the sound of banging should not be that loud. Does that make sense? Is that a good way to describe it?
It is. It's what's frustrating for me, and I've made a joke of it for those of you guys who haven't seen some of the episodes in the past on Dead or Full Spectrum with Cody and Satori coming on just as guests on our Sunday night show. Don't forget, they also had a show on Thursdays. I know they're going to be taking a break here fairly soon. But I've made it abundantly clear that the gifts that these two amazing people have hasn't reached its potential yet. And in that sense of, and I saw a little bit of that tonight saying, hey, can you speak into, as Ken was asking, speak into the recorder. The running sound when you're saying, if you want to speak, go ahead and speak. And you hear just this sound of them running really fast. We are theorizing sometimes that possibility that what we're hearing there is speech or the sound being carried through the veil, and that's what we're hearing. But regardless of what it is, it's tangible through the floor, no matter what.
Yes.
And we saw that, I forget which live investigation that we did, that Ken was actually right below them in the basement holding up a meter. And as they were doing this communication, you could hear the thumps, but also see the meter, the EMF meter going off as if it was pulsing. So pretty interesting stuff.
It is. And I think that was at the Payne house. No, the Oliver house when Ken started doing that. And I think I've seen it now 4 times in person. And, the first time I saw it, we were at a location in Attleboro, Massachusetts, big Masonic temple, 4 floors. And that was my first time witnessing it in person. And so what I found astounding was it doesn't seem to matter what they're standing on. It doesn't matter if it carpet, tile, concrete, wood. I know they've tested it outside, grass. It doesn't seem to matter what environment they're in. And I think that's the thing that's most astounding to me, is that no matter where they are, it happens. And sometimes it sounds like it's the floor. Sometimes it's not, kind of like Bill said, it's hard sometimes to tell where it's coming from. It can be all encompassing. So
yeah, I think that's the telltale sign more than anything else. What makes it very,
Mhm.
very fascinating is that they are doing it on multiple surfaces, and even
Correct.
telling us at a time that they could be in motion and have that tapping going on if they're connected to one another. And that, that's what makes it, I think, more supernatural than anything else.
Yes.
Because when they're a fixed position and only on hardwood, people will start to hypothesize how they're doing this, how it's happening. But when it's on any particular surface and even in motion, that's when it's really hard to dispute what it is that they're experiencing. That's mind blowing. That's a
Completely agree.
creepy looking room. Look at that room.
Look at all
Corner
those
of
dolls.
dolls.
No, thank you.
Let me get the
No, thank
audio
you.
up in case they're showing us. And I think, again, we've got. Okay.
Just wanted to show you that, George.
That's awesome. I like that. I didn't expect that. As ornate as that building is, a little creepy doll room was not what I expected.
I'm gonna show you that room you were talking about.
Oh, please
at the end of
do.
the
Yes,
hallway.
thank you. Yeah.
You can see what's on the floor.
The Ouija board, and is that a pentagram?
Yep.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow. So how do you feel about it now, George, seeing it?
Worse.
Leading up through the hall.
Constricted.
I just showed him the room.
Much, much worse now. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the tripwire.
Oh, nice.
Sorry. It gives you what, anxiety?
Are we supposed to have a camera with us?
It gives me the sense that there's.
You guys got any lights?
Let me mute for just
You
a
want me
second
down
while
there?
I'm doing that.
Sure.
What that room kind of gives me more so, again, is when I was saying that no nonsense in that place. I think that
Mm-hmm.
people that go in there, even with the most honest of intentions, tend to become more nefarious in thought, if that makes sense.
It does.
So if Cody and Satori are going to do anything in that room with the pentagram and the Ouija board, I am curious to see what kind of
What comes up?
connection. Yeah, exactly. So,
But I'm curious.
It's the bottom here.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm curious if that room that's on the third floor, right? That they're in.
Yeah.
That room that we're talking about. Okay. All right. Never mind.
But yeah, it's this one because I have the same one. So
We're
it's the
running a
hold, see the hold
recorder?
button?
Yeah.
Either forward or back.
There we go.
See? Yeah. Are you guys staying in this room?
Yeah, and they're going down there. I'm gonna try to get the spirituals off in there.
Oh.
Cody
Just-
almost has to duck under the doors.
And just that entire floor has
Yeah.
a completely different air to it.
I'm gonna stand over here behind you, away from everybody.
I'm sure they can see you.
Well, now look at the camera. That's bizarre. Look at that.
Well, they're using flashlights right now.
Love it.
No, but it like went hazy on us. It's like
This is so exciting and like, it's great.
I'm gonna see if I can-
I'll be on the
Yes.
Are we on?
Yeah.
How's the lighting?
You guys are on. Yes. Audio's on.
Closer to you. Get
I know you're pretty good with it. Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's start, guys.
This is RISEUP and
This is RISEUP.
All right, so if anybody's up here, I'm sure word is passing around pretty fast.
Are they coming?
wait for, no, they're gonna take the hall. Should we just do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. I already know. You want your bracelets up?
Let's just see
Alrighty.
what happens. I just wanna see what happens.
See if word is spreading. Okay.
Holy cow.
They said they just got an EMF trace of the hall.
Oh my God.
Hi, you're very loud. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Can you stop for a sec? Stop moving. Freeze. Thank you. I'm gonna ask 1 for yes, 2 for no, that same noise. Do you understand me? 1, nice. No. So, would you like to talk? 1 stop for yes, 2 stops for no. Can you answer that? Go to US.
I don't
Hello?
like this.
Can we have one person that wants to talk to us come forward, please? Hello?
I don't like this.
Hi. They don't like when I talk. They want you to talk.
George, I'm feeling the same way.
Who is this?
Can we spell out your name? It's like a beat.
We need somebody who's willing to answer our questions to help us out here. If there's somebody on another floor that would like to come up here, can someone please come up so we can learn some more about who's up here, their story?
Hello? Hi. Is this, how many people are up here right now, including yourself? That's a lot of people up here. Okay.
Can we have your name?
Okay, do you know how this works? Words passing?
Okay, this person sounds nicer.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B, C, A, Sal? Sal? More?
Is that your full name?
No.
Okay.
Is that what you go by? Okay, Sal.
What's your full name? S-A-L.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V.
Salvatore?
Salvatore or Salvatore?
With a D
Or T?
or a T?
T?
Salvatore.
Salvatore. Okay.
What's your last name?
That's an amazing name. I'd love to know the last name. Ready? Please.
Can we have your last name? Okay.
Sounds like he's arguing with
thing
somebody.
up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like he's arguing with
Like somebody's interfering.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, C, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Nicholas? A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. What do we have?
Nicosi.
Nicosi?
A, B, A. More? Okay, so A.
He's
Nicosia?
the last letter.
Nicosia? Okay,
Wow.
thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. That's a beautiful name.
Are you Italian?
Are you trying to say something? Okay, how many words? Sorry, sir. Great. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, D, E, tell. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, A, S, A, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B, C, A. Tell Sal. I thought you were trying to Sal. Okay. Tell Sal. A, B, B.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and. Tell Sal and. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, O. A, B, C, D, E. Joe. Tell Sal and Joe.
Oh.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I. Word I. A, B, am. Okay. So your family? Are those your children? Okay.
Who are you?
Yeah. Who are you to this place? Because we need to know if we. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Owner? You were an owner at one point? Okay, so we'll have to tell the current owners about you. And maybe we can get that message to them?
Can I ask a question? Are you Kelly's father-in-law?
No. Ooh.
Wow.
Is this mob related?
It's like you can't talk, but he'll talk. That's
Yeah.
all I'm getting.
Whoever's not right now, stop, please.
Is this still Sal?
Stop.
All right,
Stop.
just let go for a second.
Time out.
Wow.
Stop, or we're gonna have to push you out.
Sal, if you're still here, can you,
Do
you wanna just push this one?
Is this Sal?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Just go on. Thank you.
Sal? Hi.
There's Sal. Thank you. Can you tell us about that? Who that is? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F.
Shadow?
It's a shadow. A not very nice shadow.
Ask him if he's scared.
Does he scare you? Do they scare you? No, he's just kind of pesky.
Ask Sal if you could ask Sal. I would love to know whether or not this shadow was conjured in that other room with the Ouija board.
Was he conjured with a Ouija board?
In the other room.
Sal, did you hear that question?
Do you know the answer? A, B, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Brought here? The shadow's brought here? Okay.
Yep.
No.
That's something else.
Yeah, that loud thing is not sound. No, that's the shadow.
Push it. Out.
Oh,
Out. Thank you. Sal. That's pesky. You deal with that? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Down. A, B, C. You want to go down? You don't want to be up here anymore? Okay, that's fine. I'll meet you down. Okay. And that's where we end that.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
this is, and I want to bring this up right now. Aaron and I talked before about Curse City down here in Florida. And in prior times, there were people that went to this location and were very disrespectful, things they did and should not have done at that location. And that's what happens at places as honorable and beautiful as the Shanley, where people come in and do things they shouldn't be doing because they want views on their channel. And then you bring something like this into the building and then leave. And that's just so unfortunate.
George, I
Yeah.
have to tell you, whatever that was gave me a really bad vibe.
I imagine.
That seems the general consensus. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like very powerful and loud, but it's incredible. It took them to break their bond and it stopped, but as soon as they embraced again, it started again.
Oh, yeah, we heard it. Bill, just a little FYI, your camera went off, sir.
It's like shut off?
Yep.
It's still on.
No, it's not on screen anymore. It's not projecting anymore.
Maybe the laptop died, but that was weird. What with that energy, it didn't feel good to me. I'm just saying, to me, it didn't feel good.
That's why I pushed it out.
Yeah, it
We're
didn't
not
feel
doing
good.
it. We're not doing it.
It was really loud and obnoxious. Like it was like,
Yeah, that was loud.
yeah, and shadow.
That's what sounds.
Almost like he was playing, like just
Yeah.
messing with everybody. Like, sure. I'm just gonna make your life havoc. here
If
for
you
a
could
bit.
see the hair standing on my arms, you would not believe what's going on in this room here. I'm not feeling this room. I'm not. I'm glad I'm not sleeping anywhere near it.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Good Lord.
Yeah, that was a bit uneasy.
George, I think you made a good point. Having been to Curse City very briefly, it has a similar feeling to it, what I saw in the woods.
Yeah. And again, it's
Like,
it's
I
an
see you.
unfortunate part of this field. I'm sorry. But Aaron, that's one of the things that we have been preaching about for the longest time is that people go in and they don't even know what they're bringing along. And then you get in there and you start inviting the darkest things. And so this is what you wind up dealing with is unfortunately you have other team members or other investigators that go in after and have to deal with situations like this. And again, I sing the praises for Cody Satori and for RISEUP Paranormal for not catering to it. Unfortunately, too many teams do. Ken, over to you.
Hey, Ken.
Hey. Interesting little experiment down the hall. I don't know if you can see these things, Steve, if you want to point to them real quick.
Yes, we see them.
There's a string of proximity lights that's running from the last room up the hallway. At the end of it are two motion sensors. One of them is a static meter. And we'll be able to play this for you because we recorded it on the stationary camera and a handheld. In requesting if anybody's there to come toward the sound of my voice, every light in sequence goes off, triggers the static meter, and then triggers the second static meter. It was repeatable. I asked him to do it again. It repeated it 3 times. And then the final time I said, listen, I won't ask you to do it again. I know this is probably a pain in the ass, I'm come toward me back and forth. So for old time's sake, do it one more time. And every light in that string of proximity sensors went off. They're not even designed to do that. They're
We
designed
caught a bit of that. So we got
as
some of
you
that on
advance.
camera. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we did record it. So that'll be definitely the evidence review show. Mind blowing.
Is there a way, can you point it there and ask it again, see if we can get it right there on camera?
I'm going to record it too.
Let's see if you can do it again while we're watching.
Give it one try for you.
In the meantime, Bill is trying to get his camera back on feed.
Let me get out of here. That's the focal point of what we're doing. All right. All right. Whomever's down there, somebody over here does not believe that somebody came up this hallway after me. I just asked the last question I was going to ask of you to come toward the sound of my voice, but I'm sorry ahead of time, but I got to ask you to do it again. And this time, I promise, this is going to be the end of it. So just like in the sequence you did, come up toward me. It's Ken, same guy, asking you the same question. I'll actually put it this way. Could you be so kind, please, as to make your way to the sound of my voice? Yes, you can trigger those lights in sequence. We've seen you do it. I just got excited. I got quite a thrill out of it. So I'll ask you to do it here. Come toward my buddy Steve here. Right? Steve's one of my best friends, man. He's just waiting for somebody to just walk up here. Do that for me one time. Come on, walk your way up here. Just come right toward us. You can go back to doing whatever you were doing. We're not going to bother you anymore. Matter of fact, we're going to go downstairs. I'm going to get some water and just rest for a little bit. So just come out and see us one more time.
Question for you, Ken, as we're watching this.
One more time.
Question for you, Ken, as we're watching this. When you were requesting that, was it at, oh, there we go.
There it goes.
Here we go. All right, we appreciate that. Thank you much. All right, I'm a man of my word. I mean, I'm not going to belabor the point here and ask you to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I just want you to enjoy what we put out there for you. Have a good time with it. You can affect those things, and I think that's pretty exciting. So I hope you're having some fun with it.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, and I think it's a neat opportunity to see energy in action, and that they're allowing us to witness that they're confirming for us that they
come on
do
down.
that.
You can come on down. There's a couple of buddies of mine here.
We'd like to meet you.
Yeah, come on down. Just make your way toward us. It's just the guys here. We're not going to bother anybody. We don't want any trouble.
It'd be cool if we could see those lights go on, change color and pattern. I think that'd be pretty cool.
And what was fascinating was when those were lighting up, when we had it on camera, it was on Bill's camera. And right after that, Bill's camera shut off.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. There was a flash of light too on that from Bill's camera angle on the right side. We had seen a smaller one on the left before a little bit ago.
Is that camera still on, Bill?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Okay. So we're going to go downstairs, regroup a little bit. I think we're going to leave
this camera on with a couple of the static meters, and let's see if somebody wants to have a good time with it. Just
another one.
All right, we're gonna leave those to you. Have fun. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. As we're making our way back downstairs, I wanted your thoughts at this point, Aaron, with what was happening with Cody and Satori. And kudos again for them having the wherewithal to say, "Hey, we're taking your energy away. We're breaking," and not give you this platform. That's true professionalism right there. Again, not feeding into it. And again, that's where I go. In my mind, I was pointing out that one particular area there that at the end of the hall. And sure enough, somebody, it was all seriousness. And that's what I was picking up on.
Yep. It's very interesting how an energy like that can come into a room and make that much noise. I mean, I'm assuming it feels like he or it, how much louder that spirit is, because it knows good and well what it's doing. It knows good and well what it's capable of. It's found an avenue. And to your point, it gives credence to how RISEUP does their investigations, that they're not going to tolerate that. And a lot of other places would be like, oh yeah, this is what we're looking for. No, that's not what we're here for. So for them to just be able to nope.
Yeah, the word that comes to mind with that energy was mischievous.
Yeah.
Nothing of a serious content, but certainly mischievous and almost sophomorish in the way that it was acting. And
yes,
and again, you don't give that kind of action that kind of attention. So again, I love the way that they handled that. But again, that's an unfortunate part. Too many teams that go out there, and because things aren't happening fast enough, they're not exciting enough. Let's go ahead and start doing some sort of a ritualistic connection, regardless of what we bring, regardless of what we summon, regardless of what we conjure. But at least it's going to be more exciting for us, not even thinking about the fact that you're leaving this there for others who are going to come after.
Yep. And that, can tend to, of course, take on a life of its own once people start messing and entertaining that kind of energy. Then you're just, like you said, it's exacerbating it. It's almost like poltergeistish, not feeling, but the more you give to it, the more it's going to grow, get bigger, interact, whatever. So I think they were smart to just nip that in the bud and say, no, we're not entertaining that tonight.
There's a question that came up there. How many spirits do you feel are there, Aaron?
It's so hard to say.
A lot.
It does feel like a lot, but I feel like there's probably 10 or 15 that are prominent. That's just the range that popped into my head, so that's what I'm going to say. But yeah, I think in the history, it's a lot.
Yeah, I visualize it as layers, like an onion. Like there's certain plateaus that certain spirits interact with each other, unaware of these other spirits, and those layers just continue on. And again, some of them don't even have an interest in making contact with anyone. They're just doing their own thing.
I completely agree. Completely. Well, and I think like we saw at the was it the Alley Theater, where there were two spirits in the room, but one of them couldn't see the other. He was aware of his presence, but could not see him, which I thought was interesting.
Right. And the other aspect of it too is, speaking to the spirits that are there and identifying that, there is someone else here, but I don't know who they are. And Cody and Satori simply asking, hey, can you ask them? Sure, I can ask them. And then turning out that it happens to be family members of the owner. So I think that was amazing. And it's almost every time that we do these live investigations and we have the privilege of having Cody and Satori there with us, that there is a family member, whether it's of the investigative team or the
Right.
proprietors of the location, that
Yeah.
something pops up. And then, of course, when we had our good friend Alyssa Phoenix on with us, and
Yep.
she's in California, and her family members showed up all the way on the
In New
East Coast
England.
to simply say, "Hey, we hear you. We
Yeah.
don't see you, but we hear you," and that was incredible.
When I
So
think
yeah, I love all this.
I do too, and I think it's interesting that yet again it's another location where there seems to be a spokesperson for the location. In this
Yeah.
instance, it seems to be James Shanley, and so again, it just keeps giving credence to the theory that there, in a lot of locations, there is like one person who speaks for them all, whether that's because they're the loudest or they have the most. You got to wonder, like, how does that work on the other side? Is okay, you've been here the longest. Okay, well, you have a louder voice. Like, how does that? Do they decide who the spokesperson is? Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think again, it's one of the things that was debated years back, even here on Dead Air,
Mhm.
that people would like, well, why are these spirits hanging out here? Why are they?
Yeah.
And I always said the same thing. If you took a trip to Italy, the vacation, no
Yeah.
matter how long that trip was, the one thing that comes to your mind is, I can't wait to get home.
Right.
And that's the one thing that, and especially for those that were turn of the century, even mid-century, 20th century. I mean,
Mhm.
home was everything to them. Family was everything to them. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
much more fragmented today compared to what it used to be. So this commonality that we're finding in these locations, where the previous owners, the previous employees, the previous families, they wind up getting back to these locations simply because of the fact that it's home. That's what they feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think too, for a lot of people, you'll find spirits that may not have actually lived there at the location, but they're at that location. And maybe that's because home to them is somebody else that lived at that house. Home, I think, can be a place, but it can also be where your people are. So if you have a choice when you pass on, where's home for you? Maybe that's people, maybe that's place.
All right. Chanel has been helping us tonight on the show, but we have to at least let you guys know that we will be continuing at this point in time with our show right here on Dead Air Full Spectrum. They may have to tear away from KGRA, possibly not. But Chanel, you're on audio there. What are you guys going to do on KGRA?
Yeah, hi guys. So we have a couple other shows that are going to be playing. Nothing live currently other than you guys. So for the folks that are listening on the KGRA side of things or watching, if you would like to continue watching this program, you can go ahead and check out Dead Air on YouTube. I know I personally have really enjoyed being a part of this in the background here. So I'm really excited that you guys are continuing on with that. And if you would like to see what KGRA has after this program, you can continue listening and we'll have some good shows for you there as well.
Thank you so much, Chanel, for all of your work.
Thanks,
I really
Chanel.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, you take care. And again, if you guys are going to stay with us, just switch over to Dead Air Full Spectrum on YouTube, and you'll be able to continue to watch. If you're already here with us through other social media, including Facebook, you can stay right here with us. Okay, they're still walking around on the bottom there. Let's go back to audio if Ken wants to give us an update of what's coming up. So, Mr. DaCosta, what's going on?
Hey, we are heading up to the infamous Bordello right now. This is another active spot of the house, and this harkens back to an era long ago that managed to somehow perpetuate itself because each subsequent owner knew where their bread was buttered, so to speak. So they kept the bordello open. There was a speakeasy. As Kelly said before, during Prohibition, there were hidden rooms, and not unusual, where everybody could come for a secret drink. So we're going to head up here right now and find out again who wants to talk to us. How are we doing in chat? Thanks for joining us, hanging in with us.
Oh, fantastic. Chat's been going. Everybody's been blown away by all the experiences. Some people are actually getting their own physical experiences and sensations with
Well,
tonight's investigation.
when we do the evidence review and we played what happened in that hallway, be prepared to be shocked again because we were. It takes a lot for me, but that was it's a new device we were using. Thank you, Maria, who loaned it to us for the night, and it paid dividends because we were able to discern actual movement approaching us. So up to the bordello we go, folks.
All right. Let you guys do that. And I'm going to honestly say right now, Aaron, again, there's so many layers to this property. So many layers. I mean, when they first start off in the lobbyway with Ken and Kelly, the owner, it just looked like your typical, what we would see in St. Augustine, bed and breakfast.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there's mafia history to this place, and the bordello coming up now, and you wonder just how much more, as far as those layers I was talking about, are not even considered. What is out there,
Right.
face wise, history wise, is incredible, but my God, what they show.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, and you think just from, an energetic perspective between the bordello and the mob activity, what have those walls felt, seen, and heard in all the years that it's been there? How much of it's stayed? How much of it's intelligent? How much of it's residual? And I think it's like, there's so many locations like that where you have, over 100 years of history. And even if you've got like one, like the Conjuring house, you had, like 6 generations of one family stayed there, and that place is crazy active. But at a location like this, you have a ton of history and amount of years it's been there. But then you've also got, like you said, the layers within that history that not every location seems to have because of all the different, the bordello, the mob history. So there's like layers within the layers, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we're going to pull away another layer of this onion right now as they are setting up and getting ready in the bordello. So we'll turn it back over to the crew. Rise Up Paranormal at the Shanley Hotel.
Just, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like shadows with the light behind you, but it's all right.
Because it's a backlit.
Yeah.
That seems
Okay,
like a really small room, guys.
It is. So we have 3 rooms around us. This room, and this room.
Anna's room, Maddie's room, and Rosie's room.
So
All right.
just get somebody here.
Yes.
Okay. Come here. If anybody's here.
Somebody that means something to this area, that's willing to talk to us. Maybe this area is important to you.
Maybe you know some secrets. Hello? Hi, have we talked to you before? Okay, you know how this works though. Okay. So what do you want to ask? How many people are in this room that are spirits?
Somebody walking around.
Yeah, so it's like 2 and then somebody's running around.
Can we have the first person's name, please? Or was this area important to you? Do you have something to do with this area?
Okay. Sorry, my hair's in my face. Can I ask for your first name? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. I was trying to see if it was a name on the door. P, E, T, A, B, C, D, E. Peter?
Hi, Peter.
Can I get a last name, Peter? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Gregor?
Gregor. Hi, Peter. Peter, I was just reading about you today.
Can I ask a question, Peter?
Somebody running around.
Can we just talk to Peter
There's like
for right now?
All big kids sit on the couch.
Oh, look at John.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
It's a child, Peter. Can you tell them to sit down for a second? Thank you.
Okay, Peter, can you give us the name of one of your daughters?
And the
Okay,
full
can
name,
you
please?
spell it out, please.
A B C D E F G H I J. A B C D E A B A J E A. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N.
Jean? Jean?
Full name? A B C D E A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T. Jeanette? Jeanette? Or? Janet? What is J?
Yeah.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T. A B C D E F E. Jeanette? Or Jeanette? Okay.
Okay. Peter,
A B C C A B Ken. A B C D E F G H I J K L. Call. A B C D E F G H her. Her. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O.
is it Robin?
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S. Rose. A B C D E F G H I.
Rosie.
You called her Rosie? Okay.
Rosie.
I'm gonna take my jacket off real quick.
Peter, was Rosie your, can you count how old Rosie was, please?
Can you make that noise however old she was? Or is?
Okay. 3. Okay.
Okay,
It's only
Peter,
3.
I always feel terrible bringing up these things, but I have a feeling that your whole family is together right now. Is that correct?
Sounds like people running around the room. Probably.
So something bad happened to Rosie.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Peter, we are all so sorry about that. Please accept our condolences.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W. We. A B R. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. Oh, okay, now you're okay now?
Good. I'm so happy to hear that, Peter, that everyone's okay.
Should I say something? Okay. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W. We. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. A B C D E F G H I J K L M. Woman. A B.
One, like one man, like one woman? Okay.
A B C D D. Down.
Downstairs?
There's a woman downstairs.
Do you know her?
Is she, is Peter, is she a living woman?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Is Okay.
Can you?
Ask her name. Okay, go ask her and come right up. Thanks, Peter.
I'm marking audio on that. I heard it.
Okay.
Hi, Rosie.
Is this Rosie? Rosie.
I hear little footsteps everywhere.
So, Rosie, if you're here, come over here. I want to give you a hug. Can you come over here?
That's Ken, and Ken gives the best hugs.
Come here, sweetie. Come over. You're safe. You're safe with us. We'll watch you for Daddy.
Sounds like she's running. She's running all around.
It's all over the place.
Oh, you're back. Did you get a name? Okay, ready? A, B, B, A, B, C, D, E, A,
Beatrice.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Beverly? Okay, can I get a last name? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
It's my mom. That's my mom.
Lopez?
Wow.
What?
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Is this?
Is she still
Can she hear
downstairs?
George?
Yeah, is she still downstairs, Peter? Okay.
Can she hear George?
What floor is she on? Second floor or the first floor?
Is she right below us? Mm-hmm. Can George call her up?
Love to say hi to Mom.
George, call to her and see if she comes up here.
Mom, come on up. I can hear you better up here if you could.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, H, I, J, J.
She just came up.
Is here.
Is?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. With A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Q.
No. Tequila, my dog.
Really?
Wow.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
What an awesome name for a dog.
Wow.
I called her my longest relationship, 11 years. My little Chihuahua. Mom, have you been coming to the house and checking in on Pop? Because he's seen you.
Yes.
So for anybody out there, we get asked this a lot. Pets. Do pets move on? Do pets stay with us? Are we reunited with them? And you had a couple of examples of that already.
Love you and miss you so much, Mom. So much. I'm glad you're popping in and visiting with us. You have anything you wanted to say?
She just said, I love you too.
There's more. Hold on.
Oh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, says. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
She said she.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, H. A, B, happy. She says she's happy. She wants you to know that.
More?
A, B, B, A, no, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, D, E, as. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Ashley. A, B, C, D, E, ashes. She's happy as
She said she
is happy. Ashes. A, B, R. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Next. 2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, I. Tequila.
next to the dog.
She says she's happy her ashes are next to the dog.
He's nodding his head yes.
He's nodding his head.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He just he might need a minute. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We were asking that.
Right in the main part of the house, above the big TV, facing the front area, there's a shelf, and we have Mom's ashes right in the center, and right next to her is Tequila's ashes, and then the cat's ashes are right next to hers.
Aww.
That's incredible.
Mom, that's incredible. I'm so glad to connect with you. And this is a real strange question, Mom, and I have to ask this, though. You know, from Kerr City, some of the things that I've had to deal with, and some bad visions that were being sent to me about you, but you're okay. Those visions I should just not worry about.
Mark audio 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay. She said she's okay. So, hopefully that helps.
Yeah, she said she's okay. So whoever's up here, so Peter is talking, so he's going back and forth and talking to your mom, who I guess is downstairs, right below us. Can we ask why she's down there?
Can we ask why she's down there real quick? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. A, B,
Not.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W.
Not welcome up here.
W-A.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N.
Want?
She doesn't want to. A, B,
Not wanted?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
She didn't want to interfere.
She didn't want to interfere. That's
No,
what she said.
That's so cute.
That's so her.
Come on up. Come on up.
Is
Come
it?
on up and join us.
You can sit on the couch.
Come on. Plenty of room. Come on up. Come right by me.
Right here.
Yep.
Sit here.
For
Come on
those
up and
of
say hi to
you,
George.
He will get out of the way.
Yep.
and none of you knew Mom when Mom was still here, but Mom was an investigator. She came with us to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum many times when we went to Kerr City and even St. Augustine. And she always liked to be in the background. She was, when we were at Rolling Hills Asylum, stayed at home base. That was one of her favorite things to do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, somebody just had some steps, it sounded like.
For real. Beverly, are you here?
Just knock on the ground.
Once for yes.
Yeah.
Hi, it's here.
Yay!
Beverly, do you remember me? You used to talk to me on Facebook, Ken? Hi, Beverly.
right.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Ken.
Ken.
Yes, Ken.
Hi.
I'm Cody. That's Satori. That's
Hi.
Bill over here. That's Julie.
Hi, Beverly.
That's Dawn.
That's
Julie's
my
in
wife.
there. And that's Steve.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Come sit on the couch. You're fine.
Are you sitting here?
Yeah, sit in the seat.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Stay
Thank you
with
for
us.
this.
Thanks, Peter.
Do we have a couple questions that Peter wanted, we could ask Peter that was wanting to be asked?
Oh, yeah. So feel free to hang out, Beverly.
She's over there.
Peter, are you here as well?
Love you, Mom.
What's one? Mort? Something about Mort? Mort. Who is Mort?
Do you know who Mort is? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, M, A, B, K, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Mask?
A mask?
Mort is a mask. Okay.
What is a mask?
There was a mask downstairs in a case, and that is correct.
So that's what they call Mort?
Yes, that's what they call Mort.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they also want to know if Mort liked where he is now in his new spot or something.
Do you think so? Okay.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Peter, is your wife here too?
No. A,
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. We. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Move.
Moved. You moved?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. A, B, C, D, E, F. After. So she's there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, R. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
Moved around.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
Oh, we just lost audio, guys. Where you're at? There we go. We got video back. Okay, we're good.
I know what you're saying. You moved apart after Rosie died? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? We moved around after
Did you
Rosie
move
died?
from here?
So you moved after Rosie died. So did she not want to be here? Or did she want to be here?
Too many bad memories, Peter.
Do you come here often? Because do you like this place still?
No.
Or just because it brings you bad memories? But do you visit?
Rosie's here. Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Well, Peter, we didn't mean to impose to summon you here if there's a better place, but we are very, very happy that your family is together and you're all okay. That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other questions?
I gotta ask Ken.
Yeah.
Did you seem to have reacted to something about 3 minutes ago? Did something happen?
You talking about a possible voice from the other room?
No, whether or not there was a contact, you felt a contact on your person.
From Peter?
From anyone?
Yeah, if it would have anything to do with Peter, it's because I knew what had happened to his daughter, and it was, and he was very forthright about it. when, as soon as, he said the well, I mean, this, what happened to Rosie at 3 years old is she moved the cover off a well. She lost her balance, fell into the well, hit her head on some rocks down there. So again, we talk about some of these stories maybe not ending well in life. So, I mean, those things always kind of get to me. They get to everybody, but the good news is when everybody's reunited, and Rosie seems to be running around here like a typical 3-year-old. And she's all over the place when her dad left. And so, you can't help but react. At least that they found their peace. So it was nothing shocking. It was just following in line with everything we knew, because a lot of times these sort of stories get overblown, but this is a case where all the documentation of this was absolutely spot on.
I wanted to make a case for Cody and Satori, not that I have to. I think Bill's experience earlier spoke for itself, but so that you guys are aware, neither Ken nor Cody nor Satori nor Aaron or any of them have ever been to my house, visited my house. So the aspect of where the ashes are placed it's impossible to be able to speculate that in any capacity. It validates again that this is a legitimate contact, and you guys are a blessing. I know you hate hearing stuff like that, but God's honest truth is it's a miracle. It really is on many, many levels. And again, as Ken has always said, we're just scratching the surface.
Blushing right there. Is he blushing? Yeah.
I have a question that's kind of out of left field, though, seeing as how we're here. Are there possibly any of the ladies that once worked here?
Okay.
That maybe come to visitation? Maybe somebody else knows. Maybe Peter. Maybe somebody.
So anybody from this building, anybody that might know some information about this building, whether it's Peter, whether it's anybody, could you please come into the room? Got a couple random questions for you. Hello? Hi. So we have a couple questions. You want to ask yours first?
Sure. Are you aware of, or are you yourself possibly one of the women who worked in this area of the hotel, in the bordel?
No.
No.
So are you from a time where that wasn't happening?
Was it active when you were here?
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N. Not A B C C. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R.
Currently?
They're not currently up here?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Is there a priest?
You know of a priest?
Do you know of a priest in this building? A spirit? Maybe somebody that lived? No. You do not yourself
I
know.
was emphatic.
So they themselves do not know.
All right, at least this person doesn't. Any other question? Who's the bad man? They wanted they Kelly and Tracy wanted to know who's the bad man. If they know that answer.
Is there a notorious bad man here that everyone kind of knows about? A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T.
The shadow?
A B C D E F G H A B C D E. I'm sorry, Bill. That was so funny. Oh my god. No. A, B, C, there. A, B, C.
Say.
There has to have been one. A, B, C, R.
C.
Oh, it's C. A, B, C, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Call. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Him.
They call him. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E.
Joe.
A, more. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Or. A, B, C, D, A, D. A, B, C. Joe or Adam.
Joe or Adam?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, don't just say oh no.
What's that mean?
Is Adam his real name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you give me a last name? Do they know? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want me to spell? Oh, it's
that thing again.
It's that thing. Go. Go.
Adam on the 3rd floor.
Go. Thank you.
I know.
No, he was just here. The shadow thing we're talking about was just here.
No, but.
Can you give us
Something
any
else.
information about who that is? I'll keep pushing them out. I just want to know. Is there anything you can tell us?
Peter.
Or whoever.
Go ahead, just ask.
Is Adam in the room in the hallway on the 3rd floor? Is Adam in the room with the soccer ball?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. S, T, U, V. Moves around.
Moves around.
Okay.
Peter.
I think they just ran away.
All right, let's break for a second.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, so.
They call him Joe or Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Two very different.
Okay, so what's Adam's?
What's
Adam's story?
Tracy had mentioned something about Adam being a prankster. I don't know about this Joe.
I'm shaking.
But I think it's the same person. It's just the real name.
Maybe visitors just call them Joe or Adam, like, and they just have one.
But did we just say isn't Adam his real name? And they said yes.
Did you guys read the paper?
No, they don't read anything.
That's the person you've been playing. Who are
They
you
don't
talking
read
about?
No, they don't want to know.
That's the guy who might have killed somebody?
Which one?
Guys, we don't know any of this. Like you're
No, I'm talking to him because.
No, because it freaked me out when you said that.
Yeah.
Well, now I need to know.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, because I don't know what's going on
Wait,
here.
what was our question that we asked in the first place?
Who is the bad man?
Right.
They said they call him
Joe or Adam.
So is Joe or Adam the same person or
think
two
so.
different people?
I think so. I think it's the same.
I think he uses an alias name.
Well, it's either two of the same person or two different bad people.
They called him, not they called them.
Right.
Okay.
A question for Cody and Satori, to explain to the audience. Once you guys break from doing any of these tapping methods, is there a bit of exhaustion from that, physically or mentally?
Yes.
There is a lot of exhaustion. Cody mostly feels it in his legs. I feel it in my head, but right now I'm feeling a little in my back. So we take breaks so we recharge.
Maybe you can clear up.
All right, Kelly here.
We watched a little bit of it, a lot of it downstairs. That's crazy stuff.
Okay.
Well, there is a Joe and an Adam, so I'm not sure whether they're combining those two.
Are they two?
They're supposed to be two separate people.
Could they both be considered
Yes,
Bad?
absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Bill's like, get me out of here.
And can I tell you that, yes,
I know.
Joe
They don't
is,
wanna talk
Joe
to
is the
us.
mafia hitman
Okay.
up on the upper floor, and Adam claims to be a serial killer.
Yes.
Those would be two very bad men. Yeah.
And that's why they don't want them talking about them.
That's why it freaks me out.
It is very loud. Like they don't want to talk to us. They're just making sure nobody talks about them.
Yeah.
So
It seems like whenever somebody starts talking about them, we get interrupted by.
like I'm
They
just
run away.
interested. Like, is anybody here? Can you run into the room real quick? So can you tell me about Joe or Adam?
That's loud.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't
So
want,
it's like a trigger.
they don't want you to
thing,
talk about them, yeah?
Yep.
That means like, don't talk about me, huh?
Yeah, it was that.
We're not. You're good. You're good. We're not. I promise.
Hey, can I ask a question, Joe?
You're very silent when you said that.
Joe, can I ask you a question? I'm trying to be very respectful to you. Do you like your new red chair?
Is that a yes?
Do you like your new red chair?
Yes.
Thank you.
Only you.
Yeah.
Only you. That's it.
Joe, do you call me a bad name?
Just like ran through the wall. I don't know what that was.
Joe, do you like calling me bad name? You left.
He
Joe,
was
you still
answering
here?
her.
Joe.
Adam.
Is
Joe.
Adam here?
Peter? Peter?
Almost like they cleared the room.
Exactly, like they got spooked.
Okay, so the question I have is who wants to go down to an EVP session with me to talk to Adam or Joe?
You guys
I'm
do it. You guys do it.
Okay.
I definitely
Do
will
it.
go.
Good, we'll take a break while you.
Yeah.
Cody's the story going to break.
Okay, so
If
that's what
anything,
we're
well,
gonna
listen,
do.
we
We're
don't want to
gonna
do
go,
this. Like you.
Okay.
we're gonna go try to reach out to
Just be
Adam
careful
or Joe.
coming down, guys. Watch your head on the second
Okay.
level.
Watch the quarters.
Nice to meet you, Beverly.
Okay,
Bye, Beverly.
Oh,
Nobody
that
said
was
I'm Beverly.
amazing, by the way.
Sorry,
Thanks,
Beverly.
Cody.
Love you, Mom.
Just,
And it was so great to speak
Oh,
with
I
you.
got, dude, you have no idea.
We're gonna And watch your head. Yeah.
Well, I want
Too
to
late.
Yeah.
see what
Watch
you guys
the head.
ask.
yeah, we're gonna
Watch your head. Too late.
go about it a different way.
There it is. Okay.
All right, we'll let them get organized down there. Oh my goodness.
Woof.
That was
Wow, George.
Incredible.
Now, has she come
I,
through before that way for you with them?
No.
That's a first then.
That's a first. I would suspect if the other side is anything like what we believe it to be, Mom is a caretaker in a sense. She would be taking care of everybody there and keeping herself extremely busy. She had a Friday night off, maybe that's why she doesn't often show up, because she's always busy, but she does take the time because, Dad, he has a lot of health issues. He's 88. He's about to turn 89 in a couple of weeks. But I'll come in sometimes and he'll tell me, Mom was in here telling me, get up, and that's about right. So now I can validate to him tomorrow sometime that she does. She stops in and checks in on him and makes her visits, and that really was something. We endeavor, and this has been, as you know, Aaron, I've said it on the show many a time, going back years now. I mean, Dead Air's going on 16 years old now, and
Wow.
I can honestly say the one constant as I've done this show, as I've hosted this show, is I've said, forget about what happens after we die and does God exist and all these other things that are more religiously based. the one ultimate goal that we should be shooting for. Oh, hang on 1 second. We got some. Okay, we're on there. What's going on?
Look at the red room. George, the red room, the lights are flashing.
I just saw it. Yeah, the trip light's going off.
Hang on, let me back it up.
He's heading up there now.
Yeah, I think whoever we were talking to ran away. Yeah.
Nope, it's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. Whoever we were talking to, that mean thing, ran away back up there.
Back to that very back room. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's where Ken's going to do his EVP session.
All right, good, excellent.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, Cody, I'm gonna send you guys some energy while you're taking a break. Okay.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah, that place up there has got something really sinister that's happening. But what the point I was making before, Aaron, was that, if you're able to connect with your loved ones, and we've heard the tales, the stories of how people will be napping on their couch, open their eyes, and their loved one's right there, already passed, but saying, "I'm okay, go on with your life." And here we are getting real-time experiences of exactly that. Even in those circumstances, such as a tragedy, as Rosie dying at 3 years old, falling down a well, and yet the entire family says, "Hey, we're all together. We're all
good now." Yeah.
So it's very, very important part of what it is that we do is getting that, and it was always reserved for the longest time to the psychics. The psychics would have, for whatever charge that they, hey, your family's right here and says, move on in your life and go on with your life, and things are, but this is real-time experience and for free. That's the other part too.
And the fact that you got the dog's name and the location of the ashes, and to your point, none of us have ever been in your house. You hadn't even met Cody and Satori in person until in March.
Yeah, St. Augustine. Yeah. So this, again, is further validation for them, and and they don't have to prove anything to me. I've seen them live. I've seen them in person, but now I'm curious in the future here, and we'll probably cut it at the top of the hour here, guys. You got about 20 minutes, but sometime in the future, I would not be surprised during one of these sessions if they connect with somebody who's in the chat, just happens to be there. I mean, it's always been either somebody in the team.
They're ready.
We're ready. Go ahead, Ken. Oh, you have to unmute on your side. Unmute on your side. There. You're still muted, Julie. You're still muted. Okay, now we're good, Julie. Go ahead.
So what we're doing, we've come up here and seeing if this is Joe or Adam. These lights in the hallway are going off
like crazy.
And what we just did, and maybe they can do this on command. If this is Joe, can you blink those lights for us, please?
Joe, you were just flashing the lights. Do it again. Joe, show us again.
Thank you.
There you go.
That was all of them.
Joe, do you want us to go to your room? Would you like us to go to your room, Joe?
This is an FYI. Joe's room is just down the hall here.
And so is Adam's.
Okay.
Is Adam here with you, Joe, or you're by yourself? Joe? Tell us that you're here. Show us. Joe, you want us to go to your room? I'm going to walk over here. Joe, can you see me or see where I am right now? Joe? Is Adam here? Okay, I'm going to walk away. Walking into this room. I don't know whose room this is, but Joe, are you? Whose room am I in now? Is this your room, Joe? I am getting like the weirdest show.
Yeah.
You getting a weird sense?
No, I'm not getting, no, Adam, is Bill in your room right now?
All right, I'm going back into the room. Is this Adam's room? Joe, are you there still with us? Show us. Should I go with Joe? Should I go to Adam's room? Flash the lights for yes. Okay, so flash the lights for no, if I should not go to Adam's room. Joe, I'm going to Adam's room now. I'm going to go to Adam's room. This is Adam's room.
Boy, everything went up on that one.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
So Adam, are you in your room here? I'm in your room, Adam. Adam, where's Joe's chair? Whoa, hey.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
All right, so hey, we're going to come up here, we're going to talk to Joe and Adam. Yes.
Yes, that's what we're
Right,
doing.
so I'm going to go in here.
Yep.
Anybody go?
Yes, it's live streaming right now.
Okay.
You want to sit over here?
Joe, I understand this is your room, so with respect, I'd like to have a seat. All right, so, you know, we've been in the house asking questions, contacted some people, but I want to say this. I understand the value of minding your own business.
Just fixing this little.
And I understand the value of just keeping your mouth shut about things. So again, with respect, my point is that we're not here to judge anybody. You know, whatever happened, whatever anybody did that they feel they had to do, it's in the past now. So I'm going to ask if it's possible for you to speak to me right now. So if you're in here with us, could you do something to let me know that you can hear me? Could make a knock, a sound.
Lights are going off in the hallway. They just lit up the hallway.
Yeah. If anybody's out in the hallway, can you come in here with me?
I'm gonna bring the lights in a little bit in here.
Now it's
That's me. That's me. That's me. Can you see if you can?
I mean, I understand that people refer to people as bad men. Okay, and that's fine. Whatever your reasons are, it is what it is. But I will ask you this though. Isn't there a better place than this for you? I mean, I'm not trying to get into your business, but why do you stay here? I understand. I know you're here. Can I ask you if it's possible, and you're willing to do it, if you can use your voice to speak here? I got this recorder here. I know you've seen people do this before where they're trying to record your voice, so hey, why not? I'm going to try to do the same thing. Is there something that you want to say in your own words? I'll give you that time. Oh, aren't these things going crazy? Is there something that you want to say in your own words to me? Can you try?
I'm standing right at the entrance, just that last light is on. Just staying on. Can you come in the room a little more? You don't have to stand, please come in further. You're just standing in the threshold. Would you like to join us in here?
Right now, at this time, you're among friends. No judgments on anybody. In my life, I've been around what you call good people, bad people. There you go, thank you. But the one thing I do know is you mind your business. I don't think maybe you want to frighten anybody here. So let me ask you a simple question, Joe. Is it just that, you just want to be left alone?
They're talking.
Do you just want to be left alone, left by yourself? Nobody bothers you? Because I'm happy to pass that message along. This is your space, this is your room. Maybe if people, stop asking about it, stop asking about you, is that something that interests you? The other thing that we're here to do is pass along a message. So if you just want to be left alone, we can pass that on to people, but you gotta let me know. Just a simple yes. Again, into the recorder if you can use your voice. If you want to be left alone,
Ken, could you ask him if he's entertained? Somebody's got another phone volume going on in there. But I'm still going to ask you. Ask him if he's entertained by the people that come in and try to pick fights with the spirits.
did you hear that question, Joe? Is this entertaining to you when people come in? Is this something that bothers you to some degree? Okay. Listen, I understand. So this is why I think what they're trying to do is give you your own space. But as soon as your story gets out, people want to come and ask you about it right away. That's just the way, Joe, that's just the way people are.
Joe, we mean no disrespect. You know that, right? We're not here to be disrespectful. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're not here to judge anybody. And from this point, when we leave here, again, we're not going to be talking about this, and I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did. To be honest with you, respectfully, I don't really care. I mean, I'm just being straight with you. So to me, if you want to be left alone and you don't want to be brought into your conversation, it's like you don't want your name in other people's mouths, am I right?
Joe, do you like to intermingle with the others that are in this house or no? Tell us now if it's a no. You just like to be alone. Let us know. Like Ken is saying, do you like to be alone by yourself in the house and nobody's bothering you? Is that the way it is?
Because maybe we can tell a new story here. Let me ask you this. Joe, are you here all the time? If you're here all the time, make a bunch of lights come on. You see what you can do. So we'll talk like that. Are you here all the time? All right. So you have your reasons. Why? you can't leave. Right? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not a psychiatrist, okay? You have your reasons that you're here all the time. Let me just ask you one more question, if you don't mind. Is it because you can't leave?
Flash the lights, Joe, if you can't leave.
Do you want to stay here? This is where you want to be. Is that it? All right. Well, whatever your reasons, maybe we can tell a different story. Again, like I was telling you before, I understand the code. It's not any of anybody's business what it is. I understand. I get that. It's a different life from mine, but my life isn't yours. Yours isn't mine. There's room for everybody.
Like in the mob, there's no room for snitches. Right, Joe? That doesn't happen. Snitches. Was anybody hit in this house? Was there a mob hit here? Flash the lights if there was action like that here. Were you part of it? Did something happen to you? You still with us, Joe?
See, now we're getting into somebody's business.
You may not want to even divulge if there was a hit here.
Right.
He's not wanting to be
He's not
snitched.
revealing. He doesn't want to go there.
Correct.
And that's fine. So how about this, Joe? We can go downstairs. Kelly owns the place now. Maybe we can tell a different story that, hey, you got your space, but I want to tell you what, if people come in here and they start talking about this stuff, I don't blame you for being pissed off. No, I really don't.
I meant no disrespect, Joe. You understand? I meant no disrespect to you.
You know, but I know they come in here, yeah, Joe, you do this, you do that, you do the other thing. And it's like, I'm just trying to say, we get it, we understand. And, you know, plain English, Joe, it's got to be a pain in the ass to deal with. You know? So whatever your reason that you're here, you can't leave, don't want to leave, that's you. All right, so hopefully everybody can coexist here. Everybody can just get along. So I said my piece, and I thank you for responding to us. I think I understand a little bit better now. But sometimes all it takes is to just sit down and talk plain to somebody, right? Man to man. So we're gonna tell a different story. And maybe, hopefully, people let up a little bit on it. How's that sound? You good with that? Are we good? Give me a few likes if we're good.
Are you still here, Joe? Or did you leave? You still here? Show us some lights if you're still here. You want me to leave the room?
Joe, sometimes the thing is, what we don't do, what a lot of people don't do, sometimes it's good to just pray for you. You know? I just want you to be at peace. I want everybody who's passed to be at peace. Speaking of peace, I've said mine. So we're going to just join our friends again, but we appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time here. we all try to get along. All right,
Okay.
good session. We're wrapping.
It's almost like he left.
End of session.
He said his piece and he left. Yeah, that never.
All right.
Be like that.
No, it was constant.
Ken, I think this would be a good time for us to wrap up here on the show also. It's been 3 hours.
Wow.
All right. Someone else has a phone going in that room because I'm getting feedback now.
There's just one phone in this room.
Yeah.
That's it, just that, and that one's mine, so.
Interesting.
There's nothing else going on.
Yeah, there's only one phone in here.
But as you wrap up, George, thank you very much. Thank Aaron. And most of all, everybody that hung in with us tonight. I hope you got a little bit of insight into what we do, and what we do is real.
For real.
You know, it's not dramatic. It's just, you know, real people trying to do real things with, you know, sometimes in unreal situations. But we're going to spend a little more time here doing this now. But thank all of you who joined us tonight, and we hope to, if it works out, you know, maybe we'll bring you more of these things.
Absolutely. And I know you guys will continue with the investigation, and can't wait to get to the post-mortem. But
yeah,
all right.
I think we pretty much guarantee that I think we got some remarkable things off camera that we have, and I know we do. And to be honest with you, I'm excited to get started on those, and hopefully, maybe within a week, because I know we have a guest coming up. I think we have Michelle Belanger on the 2nd of July. But if it works out, and we get to this stuff, maybe in a week's time, we can sit down and do a little autopsy on it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Be safe for the rest of the night, and don't stay up too late.
Okay. Have a good night.
If you insist.
Okay. Take care.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, guys, on the first floor. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys were spectacular as always. And we will get in touch with you soon when you do post-mortem. So thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, guys, that does it for tonight. I'm wiped. I can tell you that right now.
Same.
But
That was awesome.
Yeah, some amazing stuff there. And, you know, thank you guys all for being there in the chat with us. Spread the word. Tell them if you want to check out some amazing stuff. This is what they have to do. This is where they have to come to. So I want to thank you guys again for joining us tonight. No show on Sunday, as we said. That's why we did the live tonight. But we will be back the following Sunday. And if I'm right, and if Ken's right, that'll be June 2nd. Michelle Belanger will be joining us. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Have a good night.